Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, as we gear up for what promises to be an incredible NFL season, there's a lot of chatter around the NFC East and especially concerning the Eagles. But today, I want to talk about something that might seem a bit out of the ordinary at first glance. Yet, it could turn out to be a significant move in the long run. We're diving into the possibility of the Philadelphia Eagles making a trade for a veteran wide receiver who's been through a lot, but still has the talent to contribute, Tim Patrick. The NFL offseason has been buzzing with potential moves, and one of the most intriguing rumors involves the Detroit Lions and their wide receiver room. Now, Detroit has a young and talented group of wideouts, and that competition is fierce. But with that young talent comes a certain level of uncertainty, especially when it comes to veteran players like Tim Patrick. Patrick, who turned 31 this year, proved in 2024 that he still has something to offer after 2 injury-plagued seasons. Despite missing a significant chunk of time in 2022 and 2023 due to torn ACL and Achilles injuries, respectively, he managed to come back strong in 2024, catching 33 passes for 394 yards and 3 touchdowns. That includes a game-winning performance against the Green Bay Packers, where he scored twice and really showcased his ability to be a red zone threat. But here's the thing, despite that showing, the Lions have some promising rookies making noise in training camp and preseason, like Isaac T. Slaw and Dominic Lovett. Both of these young receivers have been impressing coaches and fans alike, and with these emerging talents, the Lions are probably thinking about reshaping their roster for the future. And that's where the rumors start heating up. According to Bleacher Report, Christopher Knox pointed out that Tim Patrick might be one of those players on the trade block, a move that could benefit both him and the Lions. For Detroit, trading Patrick might be a way to make room for the next wave of talent and also acquire a future draft pick that could become more valuable if these rookies develop as hoped. Now, let's think about the Eagles, a team that's always looking to upgrade, especially at the wide receiver position. The current top of the depth chart features A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, who are 2 of the most dynamic receivers in the league. But behind them, there's a noticeable gap, a question mark about who can step up in case of injuries, or if the team needs someone reliable to make contested catches and block on the perimeter. That's exactly where Tim Patrick could fit in perfectly. He's a big-bodied receiver, standing at 6'4" and weighing around 212 pounds. That size gives him an advantage in the red zone, and his ability to catch on comeback routes, digs, and back shoulder throws makes him a perfect complement to the Eagles' existing weapons. And if you think about Nick Sirianni's offense, which heavily relies on RPOs and physicality, having a receiver like Patrick who can block well on the perimeter is a huge asset. The Eagles have always valued versatile receivers who can contribute in multiple facets of the game, and Patrick's skill set aligns with that philosophy. Plus, his affordability is another plus. With a base salary of just $13 million, he's a low-risk, potentially high-reward addition. The Eagles could see him as a valuable depth piece, a guy who can step in and produce without breaking the bank. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, is this really feasible? Well, considering the Lions' situation, it makes sense. They're likely to explore trades if they see someone like Patrick not contributing as much as they hoped. They're in a rebuild phase, and developing younger players is their priority. Moving a veteran like Patrick for a late-round pick or a future draft asset makes sense from a strategic perspective. For the Eagles, making a move like this could be a game-changer, especially if they can land a receiver who excels in contested catches and blocking, adding depth and reliability to their already potent offense. Let's break down what a trade like this would look like. Patrick's strengths, his ability to make tough catches, his size, and his blocking would pair really well with A.J. Brown's physicality and Devonta Smith's route-running crispness. The Eagles' offense, which often relies on quick plays and physical battles at the line of scrimmage, would benefit greatly from having a receiver who can win those 50-50 balls and help set the tone in the red zone. His experience, despite being a late-round or undrafted guy, has shown resilience and a knack for making the most of his opportunities, which is exactly the kind of veteran leadership and reliability the Eagles value. Looking back at his career, Patrick didn't come into the league as a high draft pick. In fact, he went undrafted, grinding through practice squads before earning a starting role with the Denver Broncos. Over 2 seasons, he built a reputation as a dependable target, with over 50 catches and 700 yards in each of those seasons. That consistency is rare for an undrafted player, and it speaks volumes about his work ethic and determination. Of course, injuries set him back: a torn ACL in August 2022 and a torn Achilles in July 2023 wiped out 2 full years of his prime, but he's shown resilience and a desire to prove himself again. In 2024, after signing with the Lions, he demonstrated that he still has what it takes to contribute at the NFL level. His performance against the Packers was a clear highlight, and even though he's not a game wrecker, his presence in the red zone and in third-down situations could be exactly what the Eagles need. Jahan Dotson, currently their WR3, is a promising player, but Patrick's size and experience make him a more consistent option in those high-pressure moments. Now, some of you might be wondering about the potential cost. Given Detroit's situation, they might be willing to part with Patrick for a late-round pick or even a conditional future pick, especially if they see him as someone who might not get as much playing time this season. And for the Eagles, that's a relatively low investment for a veteran receiver who could help them push for another deep playoff run. This kind of move wouldn't just be about adding another receiver. It's about strategic depth, experience, and versatility. The Eagles have shown they're willing to make bold moves, and acquiring a player like Patrick could be a key piece in their quest to stay atop the NFC East and contend for a Super Bowl. Keep in mind, the NFC East is always competitive, and the Eagles' rivals are constantly looking for ways to improve. Adding a player like Patrick could give them that extra edge they need in those crucial moments. And let's not forget the broader picture. The NFL season is a marathon, not a sprint, and teams that can adapt, make smart moves, and find hidden gems often end up with the best results. The Eagles have a talented core, but depth and experience sometimes make all the difference. Bringing in a veteran like Patrick could be that secret weapon that puts them over the top, especially in tight games where red zone efficiency and contested catches matter most. So, as we look ahead to the upcoming season, keep an eye on this potential trade scenario. The NFL is unpredictable, and sometimes the quietest rumors turn into the biggest game changers. For the Eagles, adding a veteran receiver who can contribute immediately and bring leadership and size to the offense could be exactly what they need to make another deep playoff run and push for their 3rd Super Bowl appearance in recent years. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think bringing Tim Patrick into the fold would be a game changer for the Eagles? Would you be excited to see him step into that WR3 role, or do you think the team should look elsewhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, this is a community, and your voice helps shape the conversation. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. We're in the heart of the NFL season now, and every move, every play, every decision counts. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Birds!